What is going on? I am the Dog, and welcome back to the final episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We are here in Hyrule Castle. Last time we completed this dungeon, checked out that awesome treasure vault that gets you really prepared for the final battle. If you aren't already, which I already was, and I've maxed out rubies and everything, we just opened the boss door! Yeah, I'm just like spazzing out here, if you could see me right now. Okay, I'm not literally spazzing out, but I was making some pretty silly hand gestures and stuff. Here's Hyrule Castle, in all its imposing, well, the top of Hyrule Castle, I guess, in all its imposingness. It's very windy around here, isn't it? The only item you'll need, aside from, you know, just sword and shield, is the bow in this coming fight. And you will want to have some healing items, especially if you're less experienced with the game, I guess, like playing it through for the first time. I'm pretty experienced with it, so I'm good. But I do have awesome healing items anyway. That's a statue's head. It's Zelda. She doesn't look too well, does she? There he is. Welcome to my castle. So you're Ganondorf. Oh, it's painful. I've been dying to meet you. Your people have long amused me, Midna. To defy the gods with such petty magic, only to be cast aside. How very pathetic. Pathetic as they were, though, they served me well. Their anguish was my nourishment. Their hatred bled across the void and awakened me. I drew deep of it and grew strong again. Your people had some skill, to be sure, but they lacked true power. The kind of absolute power that those chosen by the gods wield. He who wields such power would make a suitable king for this world, don't you think? Well, I'm glad you think so, because in case you haven't noticed, I have the same symbol on my hand. Ha! Such conceit! But if you are one of the chosen wielders of power, as you claim, I will risk everything to deny you! Shadow has been moved by light, it seems. How amusing. Very well. Deny me, then. Yes, try to deny me. You and your little friend. Warp. I always thought this looked a little weird. Like, what is she doing? Maybe she's trying to give back the power that... Whoa! And barrier. Both of you, faithless fools who would dare to take up arms against the King of Light and Shadow. So you choose, and so you shall feel my wrath. The laughing still sounds like Ganondorf, but I always felt like the voice should sound like Zelda, because it's Zelda's body. So Ganon has possessed Zelda, since she is not doing so well after basically sacrificing herself to save Midna. And so first, before we can really fight Ganondorf, we have to fight Zelda! Kind of a dick move. And wow, I just screwed up right away. Probably because I was talking. that happens. It's the Let's Play curse. This stage of the fight is not at all difficult. Zelda possessed by Ganon, has 3 attacks. She has this energy ball attack. This is what we want her to use, because I think this is like, Nintendo might have some sort of contract to have to put something like that in any Zelda game with like Phantom Ganon and Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, where you have to volley the ball of energy from the enemy back and forth until it breaks through their defenses and hits them, until see who messes up first. But then she'll also just do the sort of diving swoop attack, and she has one other attack that we haven't seen yet. Huh! Huh! Ha! Okay, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do, boy? Girl? Thing? You're gonna do that. Not really very productive, although she does have a pretty impressive turnaround time. This is her other attack. She creates that Triforce symbol on the ground. When it flashes, you take damage if you're standing in it. Not hard to avoid, but I think it is the most powerful if you get hit by it. It might do something like 1 heart, 2.5 hearts, I'm not sure. But the camera always moves to make sure you can see it, so it's not too hard to avoid. And the ball of energy comes again. Hup! 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 Oh, wow, I accidentally pressed B and drew my bow, and that led to me getting hit. Aha! There we go, using that again. Come on! Spike! I know nothing about volleyball. Come on! Yeah! There we go! As you might expect, 3 times is what you need to do. And the barrier disappears. Midna's okay, good to see. And she's gonna use the fused shadows. Now that Ganon/Zelda is weakened. And she's doing the spider thing again, oh boy. I guess she just sort of squeezes the black out of Zelda. Okay. By black, of course, I mean Ganondorf. Yeah. But that's a problem. Good to see. Midna recovers, okay. Yeah, that's not so good to see. In fact, it's kind of ugly, creepy almost, a little bit, the whole transformation type thing. And there's your obvious glowing weak point for this boss fight. This is Dark Beast Ganon. Yes. Just as we transform into a wolf throughout the game, he turns into sort of a boar-like beast, reminiscent of his earlier days of being a boar, or being a pig-like monster, in, the original few games, before he became human. So he's gonna warp in and out of these portals that are appearing. Eventually one of them will turn blue, and that's the one he's gonna come out of. And we hit... There are a couple ways to do this fight, actually. After we do a bit of damage to him using the strategy of shooting the gem on his head with the bow, he will wise up to that, and we won't be able... Oh god, he's falling on us. I almost avoided it. After we do damage to a couple times like this, we will not be able to do the bow strategy anymore. Wow, I really only took a 1/4 heart of damage from that. Okay. Ah, crap. And we'll have to switch strategies and fight him beast to beast, by turning into a wolf, and there's a heart over there. Can I get it? No, too far away. Yep, falling on us. I thought. Sometimes the shadow is kind of hard to see. Come on. Ah! I wanted you to go to the other side. Ha! 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 Yeah, we'll eventually have to start fighting him as a wolf, because he'll start warping to avoid the arrows. But you can fight him as a wolf right from the beginning if you want, but you do more damage with the Master Sword. So it's better to do the early stages as a human. See, there we go. He warps to avoid it, and that time he leapt up and did that. So we're gonna have to be a wolf now. And you will see what we do to get at him when we're a wolf. He only seems to really warp from that one side of the screen, so it's pretty easy to see where he's going to come from. I like how the portals seem to be sort of synced with the music. Yes, we're using Midna's hand thing to stop him, except I screwed that one up. Didn't get the right timing. The timing is pretty specific, so it's harder to stop him as a wolf than as a human. Okay, he's widening the area in which the portals can appear, it seems. And the jumps they can make between each one, I guess. Yeah, there we go. He's gonna come out here, and hop! And now we just press to the left or right to throw it. Don't know how that's supposed to work, but it's awesome, so shut up. And now we do this sort of thing like with the Shadow Beasts, where we grab onto him. So if you want, you can take the time to transform back into a human just to attack him with the Master Sword, and you will do more damage like that, but I usually don't bother. Whoa! I pressed A way too early, because I was just kind of startled by him suddenly coming there. Whoa! Yeah! I keep jumping at him. Taking a whole heart of damage. Ow! Just a little bit too early. It didn't look like I was going to have enough time. So yeah, he does start being able to warp around the room faster. So you gotta watch out for that, but... this stage of the fight, I do sometimes take damage, and I think I'm doing less well than I was in my practice run. LP curse, I guess. But it's not too hard. We did it. Now that we seem to have maybe defeated Ganondorf, the power is going back to Zelda. And she is recovering, I guess. She opened her eyes. Can only be a good sign. Since she's not being possessed this time. Princess, I... Say nothing, Midna. Your heart and mine were as one, however briefly. Such suffering you have endured. Oh, that's no good. Ganondorf is obviously not dead. This is the sort of thing as when we had the monologue from Zant in his flashback. And Midna's using the fused shadows again. Is that just like the fix-all solution to any Ganondorf-related problem, or what? Link's not sure she should be doing that. Probably rightly so, considering how creepy the fused shadows are. But she just sort of sends Link and Zelda away. And confronts Ganondorf herself. It's almost as if Midna has become like an OP character by this stage in the game. She has all the fused shadows. She's just killing the bosses for us. And Ganondorf and Midna, armed with the fused shadows, are doing battle. Without us. Spear to the face! I always thought this bit was just a little weird. The weird floating Ganondorf head thing, and the crazy-ass spider thing that the fused shadows turn Midna into. It's just so weird, because it's just kind of surreal and bizarre, because those two entities look so strange. And there's no Link and Zelda involved to add that touch of, yeah, you're playing a Zelda game. No, it's just these two weird creatures battling. Like, what is that? Boom. Well, crap. Here's Ganondorf again. No. No! You bastard. It's on! It's on! Except Zelda apparently has a plan. Oh, I wanted it to just be on and rush at him blindly. Spirits of the light, wielders of the great power that shines far and wide upon the lands of our world. In my hour of need, grant me the light to banish evil. And we just sort of warp out of there. Well, that works. As long as I can get back to Ganondorf later. Better not be this coward's approach. Goat! Monkey thing! Weird bird, owl thing, snake guy. The goat's the best. Don't care what anyone says. Don't care that he's, like, shunned by the other light spirits. The goat is the best. And there's only 3 light arrows. Let me guess, the goat's not represented by those 3. Oh well. Arc. Chosen hero. Lend us the last of your power. Gladly. Oh. And suddenly Jerome! And Zelda has an awesome bow. Maybe that's the goat. I'll try to slow Ganondorf with my light arrows. You target him and keep him within range of my arrows. So yes, they have mounted combat in Twilight Princess. There's a whole frickin' horseback stage of the boss battle. And I gotta say, I think it's the hardest stage, because it's so easy to get knocked off your horse, and that slows the battle down a lot, which I think is kind of a flaw of this battle. But basically, you have to just keep up with Ganondorf so that Zelda can target him, and she'll shoot him with a light arrow. You can almost get sort of a combo going. If you can keep him in your sights well enough, you can hit him multiple times. But it's difficult, because he'll always summon these sort of ghostly... I guess maybe that's this game's representation of Phantom Ganon. Sort of apparitions on ghostly horses. But I'm doing actually way better, aside from that one initial screw-up. That was way easier than it was in my practice run. Last time I kept getting knocked off my horse and everything. Guess that's why I practice. So there are 4 stages to this boss battle, if you count the initial battle with possessed Zelda. Zelda, Dark Beast, Horseback. Can you guess what's coming? Maniacal laughter. An impressive-looking blade, but nothing more. Would you hear my desire? To take this foul blade and use it to blot out the light forever. And barrier, of course. Zelda being isolated in the last battle. Dark Lord, Ganondorf, let's go. This is the final battle. No joke. Shit is real here. This is it. Just us, Ganondorf, some awesome swords, and some skulls so that you do have a source of hearts. And Ganondorf is pretty darn good at the whole, sword thing. But it's sort of like fighting a powered-up Darknut, in all honesty. Because he's good at blocking your attacks, and he can do some pretty fast attacks of his own sometimes. But you use your hidden skills well, and there will always be a chance to hit him. But he can knock you off balance with stuff like that and get pretty much a certain hit on you. So he's dangerous. But the backslash works well. And there's one thing that he will do. I think you might have to stay a little bit farther away to get him to do it, but there's something he will do that can get you a pretty much surefire hit at him. And it's not that. It's not the jump. Although you can hit him if you're quick enough at dodging and turning around. But let's see. Let's get farther away from him, because we want him to try to run at us. No, not that, Ganon. Damn it. Okay, jump back a bit. Let's see Zelda and Jerome out there. Jerome's awesome. Just saying. Come on. No! Why you no run, Ganondorf? Why you no do the reckless charge? I guess maybe you've learned that that's not the smartest way to fight us. I'm just gonna get as far away from you as possible. Maybe that'll make you more inclined to run. No, it's just gonna make you jump more. What the hell, man? Now, something really funny that I've heard is that you can distract him with the fishing rod and get a chance to hit him. But here, he's doing this. It's this chance thing. You just have to tap A really fast there, which is not that hard. So, that's pretty much surefire damage on him. And we knock him back there. We hit him quite a bit there. That was good. So yeah, whenever he uses that charge attack, that's pretty much, you can hit him when he does that. I'm gonna try this fishing rod thing. I think I did manage to get it to work at one point in the practice run. I guess the idea is you distract him and he looks off in a different direction, and then you can hit him with your sword, but I don't know, I've never really gotten it to work very well. I love the music here, by the way. Ah! He never fails to hit me with that. Ah! Chance! Perfect! I think he's at pretty low health right now, honestly. Ha! 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 Come on! Come on! Nope. He's not down on the ground quite yet. Basically, after we do that, after we deal enough damage to him and knock him down like that, this might be it. This might be it. Eventually, he'll be forced into laying flat on the ground, and we can do an ending blow. Come on! Ganondorf, your time is nigh! Yeah! Look at that mouth texture. Amazing. Really, he stood back up. You are resilient, Ganondorf. I will give you that. Do not think this ends here. The history of light and shadow will be written in blood. Apparently his power is abandoning him. And trip out in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I was a little off with the timing, but shut up. Trip out now. Yeah, I don't know what just happened either, but it works. Yes. Fight spirits. Come on, where's the goat? Where's the goat? Good, all 4 of them are here. And the goat's sort of in the background, but not as much as Lenario. Okay, it's all good. And what's that? She's alive. And we don't care about Zelda or Jerome. We just want our awesome member of the supporting cast. What? Awkward. awkwardness in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, she's hot, I'll admit. What? Say something! Am I so beautiful that you've no words left? The random gibberish sounds that she makes. And it just sort of ends with Link having a derpy smile. And there's the broken fused shadow. I wanna, like, pick that up, you know? I think those are supposed to be kind of dangerous. Isn't that kind of a key plot element to the game? Or is its power all spent or something? Oh yeah, jam into this credits music. Oh, okay. It's actually just a slightly remixed version of the main theme. Well, it's still good. It's a good main theme. Come on. Gotta give it credit. Zelda music is traditionally, you know, great. Boss battle planning. I salute you, sir Japanese man whose name I didn't have time to read. Boss battles in this game are fun. Well, I think all these people did a good job with this game. I think this game's kind of underrated with the whole trying too hard to be dark and all the talk about the combat being kind of slashy and, you know, mindless hack and slash. But I still think it's a great game. I mean, there's never been a bad Zelda game, but I don't think this game deserves deserves even some of the criticisms that it's get. I mean, it's not perfect. None of them are perfect. No game is perfect. I generally just don't believe in perfection as a concept generally, but whatever. That's not the issue at stake here, I guess. It seems as though the children are going into a cart in Kakariko, saying their farewells, gonna head back to Orden Village, which they could have done plenty of times throughout our adventure, but I guess they're just really slow-moving compared to us. They're having sumo matches! There was a Goron somewhere in there who was talking about how boring everything's been because there's been no sumo matches. So, good stuff happening, even on Death Mountain. Even when your place is called Death Mountain, it can be awesome. The Goron's a living proof. There's all the cowardly soldiers, and the asshole doctor, and the awesome cat, and the ex-hooker. Yeah. Colorful characters. Oh boy. Field design. Well, I think a lot of the areas in this game are quite pretty. Dungeon design. The dungeons worked quite well. And I blame Malomart for that scene. There's a chest under there! Why was there a It's like all block. What? I think this game is trolling me with the credits animation. Also, Colin has a sword and shield. That's pretty cool. Because he wanted to be stronger and all that. Although he said he wasn't interested in learning about swords and shields. More just, a horse and that sort of thing. There's Prince Rallis. He's returned to Zora's domain. Take his rightful place as hereditary ruler with probably like 50 genetic disorders. 3D enemy character animation. Okay. 3D cinema scene animation. Well, that stuff worked pretty well, except for Ganondorf's derpy puppet mouth in the scene where he's screaming on the ground after you stab him. Is this just gonna become my tradition of, like, talking about all the different aspects of the game? You just said that! Yeah, there they are, going through Hyrule Fields. Good stuff. I guess I could take the opportunity, to talk about my channel, but honestly, I don't think I have that much to talk about. School has started again, and Let's Playing is still working out. I still have enough time as long as I record on the weekends. I guess this video is gonna be uploaded on sometime like Thursday probably, which means there'll be a few days break before I start uploading episodes of Metroid Prime 2, which I've said before is my next Let's Play. You know, continuing with my thing of doing the whole Metroid Prime trilogy. I don't know what Metroid Prime, or I don't know what my 4th LP. Another heart container! I want 21 hearts. I don't know what my 4th LP between Metroid Primes 2 and 3 is going to be. I was planning on doing a different game, which I guess I'll just say right now. I was thinking about doing Okami, but then I realized, you know, Chugga Conroy did a great LP of Okami and all this stuff, and it just seems like it was an underrated game eventually, and it didn't sell well, but now it's kind of overdone, because it has, you know, it has its own sort of cult of popularity, because people have realized that it's a great game, and, so, I don't know. I feel like it's maybe not necessarily worth doing, and I want to do something more, a little bit different, something a little more, even less done, or just something, I don't know, something else. I have been actively avoiding games that Chugga Conroy did, yes, I'll admit. Huh, she's sitting there. Oh, she had her baby. It's so exciting. No, they're all back. Now the village is less depressing because it has more than, like, 4 people in it. Russell and Colin are returning together. Isn't that sweet? I wonder if I should start doing my whole sandboxy thing. Just insert one of those games between Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Or if I should just start with the later games. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud about what LP4 is gonna be, what LP6 is gonna be. But, oh well, I don't have to think about that quite yet, I guess. I can decide during, the course of doing Metroid Prime 2. For now, the credits are over, we've got another important cutscene. Well, I guess this is for farewell, huh? Light and shadow can't mix, as we all know. But never forget that there's another world bound to this one. Shadow and light are 2 sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. I know now the reason the goddesses left the Mirror of Twilight in this world. They left it because it was their design that we should meet. Yes, that is what I believe. Stuttering, ruining the important moments. Zelda, your words are kind and your heart is true. If all in Hyrule are like you, then maybe you'll do alright. Way to be glib about the whole thing. Epic wind. Stand on the thingy. Thank you. Well, the princess spoke truly. As long as that mirror's around, we could meet again. Arc. The magical tear cliché. Yep. A tear. See you later. Huh? What? And of course it changes the animation to make it more pretty for this sort of endgame thing. Was that safe? Do we know that she even made it to the Twilight Realm alright with the whole breaking the mirror thing? Doesn't seem very practical. Okay. Now here I go. That's what I do, isn't it? I just talk over cutscenes. Aww. He's so sweet. Oh, there's more credits. Right, of course. Derp-de-der. Okay, springs. Since we did the Cave of Ordeals, there's all the fairies there. I don't think they're there if you didn't do the Cave of Ordeals. Oh, he's so pretty. Now, is that... I think that's Farron Spring, not Ordona. It's kind of sad how I can recognize it, I guess. Playing this game too much! Yay. Hey, there's a cardinal. That's the state bird of where I live. So, props for if you have random trivia knowledge and guess that, or use Wikipedia. Yes, Orden Spring! There's a goat here! You can't see it, but it's there. It's a goat. It's awesome. It's just accept what I say as fact. I'm talking about, like, mindless deference here. Just... My word is the truth. Yeah. I don't have an ego. Okay, you guys know I'm joking. If you guys existed. Forever alone. Okay, enough about that, though. Enough of that. Blech. More stuttering ruining good moments. Temple of Time. They kinda draw this out, don't they? Gotta say. It's gonna be a very long recording just because I sit through the whole credits. That's significant, though. Link puts back the Master Sword. Now that he's done what he has to do with it. I wonder if this game takes place before or after Link to the Past, because the Sacred Grove looks almost exactly like the thing from Link to the Past, but I've never beaten Link to the Past. I think it's a really hard game. I have the GBA version. But I don't like the 2D Zeldas nearly as much as the 3D ones. The only 2D Zelda I've beaten was Minish Cap. Oh, and Four Swords Adventures in GameCube. I always forget about that one. There's Ilia. Special thanks. That usually means the credits are near their end. Wait, so are we riding to or from the village? I think we're riding out of the village there, is what's supposed to be happening. But it's kind of hard to tell, unless they show more of us galloping. And they've already repaired those statues, apparently. Which I guess are the three goddesses. Zelda, I can only assume, is in that seat there, although I couldn't really see. And copyright stuff, and then it just sits here. I don't know if it even does anything if you like. Yeah, the end. The end! It was a good LP. It was a lot better than Metroid Prime. I think it got better as it went on. The earlier episodes weren't anything special, but I think I improved as a Let's Player. So yeah, it was a transformative experience. One might say, even, because he transformed into a wolf. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if it ever leaves the screen. I might just have to reset it. I can continue my tradition of not showing the title screen of the game until the very end of the game. Yeah, because it doesn't give you the opportunity to save or anything. It's just like, I saved before entering the final boss door, but reset! Why not? Well, it was a good run. And we have our epic music and epic scene, which could be construed as being like the end of the game, I guess. Because, you know, we were riding away from Orden. Maybe going to Castletown or something. Except for the bit at the end where you're a wolf. I don't know. And the fact that there's still a curtain of twilight, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. just, like, goes back in time. But, you know, it's all good. Yeah, it was a good LP, and thank you guys very much for watching, anyone who was willing to sit through an episode of this, and, I will see you guys on my next Let's Play, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Goodbye from the Nuferdog.